Okay, so let's talk about something that really every single one of us has to deal with at some point: forgiveness. We're going to dive into this idea of how letting go can actually be the thing that heals us.
I mean, really think about it for a second. That sharp, specific kind of pain, when someone you thought had your back, someone you really relied on, just completely lets you down. Man, that feeling cuts deep.
And maybe it's even worse when that hurt comes from a friend or even a family member. You know, the people who are supposed to be in your corner. They cause all this pain and then nothing. They never even say, "I'm sorry." That silence can be just deafening, can it?
Or, hey, maybe it wasn't even about one specific person. Maybe it was just a situation where it felt like the world was completely against you, like everything was just unfair, and you were left feeling totally powerless.
All of these feelings, that betrayal, the hurt, the injustice, they all carry this immense weight. So let's actually talk about what that weight feels like.
Well, when you're stuck in that place, it's so isolating. You're angry, you're confused, and you're just haunted by these questions, right? Why me? Why would they do this? And for a lot of people, God, where are you in all of this? It is such a heavy burden to carry all by yourself.
You know, this feeling isn't new. It's a timeless human story. And there's probably no better example of this than the ancient story of Joseph.
What makes Joseph's story hit so hard is that his betrayal didn't come from some enemy. It came from the people who should have protected him more than anyone, his own brothers.
And this one single act of betrayal kicks off this unbelievable domino effect of hardship. First, his own family strips him of his identity. Then, they sell him into slavery, basically saying his life means nothing. After that, he gets falsely accused and thrown into a dungeon, just left to rot alone. But, and this is the amazing part, his story doesn't end there. After all that, he eventually rises to a position of incredible power.
But can you just imagine the emotional toll of all those years? Feeling completely abandoned, being made to feel worthless. He must have questioned absolutely everything. His purpose, his future, and maybe even if there was any kind of plan in all of this chaos. And that brings us to the climax of his story. After years and years of suffering, Joseph is now in power, and he faces the ultimate test. He's got a choice to make, a choice for freedom. So picture this. Years have gone by. There's a famine in the land, and his brothers, desperate for food, come to him for help. They're standing right in front of him, totally vulnerable. And here's the kicker. They have no clue who he is. But he recognizes them instantly. The same faces that shattered his entire world.
In that moment, he has all the power. He's standing at a fork in the road. He can choose the path of revenge, make them pay for every single painful moment, and send them away with nothing. Or he can choose the path of forgiveness. He can finally let go of that crushing weight he's been carrying and choose to be free.
And what he does next is just stunning. He looks at his brothers, the very source of all his pain, and he says something like this: "You meant to harm me, but God used it for good."
And this is so crucial to understand. Joseph forgiving them wasn't weakness. No way. It was an act of incredible strength. It was the most powerful move he could make. He was choosing to finally free himself from the anger that had been his shadow for decades. He was choosing freedom.
This story just perfectly shows us what forgiveness really is, and maybe even more importantly, what it isn't. So let's break that down because it's a big deal.
Okay, first things first, let's clear up some myths. Forgiveness is not forgetting what happened. It's not pretending it didn't hurt. And it's definitely not excusing the action or saying it was okay. And it is absolutely not a sign of weakness.
So what is it then? Well, forgiveness is an active choice. It's you deciding that anger is not going to control your life anymore. It's you reclaiming your own peace of mind. It's about trusting that maybe, just maybe, some purpose can come out of all that pain. And really, at the end of the day, forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself.
So, how does this ancient story have anything to do with us, right here, right now? How do we find our own path to peace?
Maybe as you're listening to this, you realize, yeah, I'm carrying something heavy, a hurt from the past that still feels raw, a memory that pops up and still stings, that question of why that just keeps echoing in your head. So here's a question just for you. What if today you just took one small step toward letting that go? I'm not talking about a giant leap, just one tiny step. Maybe it's just deciding you won't replay that memory in your head tonight.
And please, remember why you're doing it. It's not because the person who hurt you deserves it. It has nothing to do with them. You do it because you deserve to be free. You deserve peace.
And that really brings us to the final powerful idea here. Joseph's story leaves us with this incredible hope that even when other people mean to cause us harm, something bigger, something good, can still come from it. The story doesn't have to end with the hurt. It can end with healing.